Done down to the 15 from the 21.
Key play on the tackle. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Panthers' 15-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now gone. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap for Goff. Eluding the pressure right. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. A 10-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, but it'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And the Rams defense gets to him again behind the line of scrimmage. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
At their own 26-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after, and it's 3rd down.
We go tonight. 180.
Out of the gun. Gone. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Now we see a man who got a workout in last year's Super Bowl, Johnny Hecker, on to punt for the Rams. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. Fielded just inside the 20. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Now a run with McCaffrey. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Newton throwing complete to Samuel. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 41-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's McCaffrey. Flash the stick skills on that run, but then stop shy of the 35. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Newton. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 26.
Even at the age of 30, Cam says it's just a number. Still a real threat running the football. We all know about the touchdowns, but ran for 488 yards last season. That was 4th among all NFL quarterbacks. He can still tote the mail.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Nickel Roby-Coleman. Pretty move. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
After the interception, here's Goff. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. Ooh, with a juke. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. A first down run not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Goff now looks to throw. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me. Maverick. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
On the counter, Gurley. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Taking a shot for Samuel. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here's Goff. He gets it to Gurley, complete. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
To throw again on 2nd down. Goff. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. 59
From the gun, here's Goff. He's going to let this one go deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Eric Reed, the former LSU Tiger, making the play on the defensive side.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here, don't end up in the end zone, ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here we go. 20.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
To throw again. Newton. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long.
Check 24, check 24. Switch. Mike 54.
Out of the gun, Newton. He sets to fire deep. They've got his man complete. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. It's been a long day for you. Super one.
The final shot before a break here. Goff. He's letting it fly. It's caught inside the 25. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. From the 31, Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
From the gun on third down, Goff. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, and certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. Here's Johnny Hacker now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that makes the score 21-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Newton steps away, and he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go.
From the 44, Newton. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Be good. Be good. Be good. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
3rd and long. It's Newton. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
In your face. Check 13. Check 13. Check 50. Check 50.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Being chased out left. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. McCaffrey following the penalty. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach up? The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The 1st sack of his NFL career. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. It's gone. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, L.A. Cooper Kupp, 79 yards. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for third down.
Let's get it. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
Play action. It's Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
To throw is Newton. And now here is another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30.
The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Now this throw caught left side, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Now Newton on first down. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Samson Abukum able to get him for a loss of about 3.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. After the run, Newton going to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Hey, they scared. They scared. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, 58 is a mic. Go 58. 8. Watch the twist.
A shotgun snap for Newton. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Shit. Watch twist.
They snap it to Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to have to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they put it all together. And I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And for a second straight play, just nowhere to go thanks to this Carolina defense. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. To throw is Goff. Dancing to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Brian Burns in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Here's Johnny Hekker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
Right there. I got you. 20. Kill. Hey, check 25.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They'll run with McCaffrey. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
And the Panthers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Gun. Switch.
They'll try the air now with Newton. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Throwing on 3rd and long. Newton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for Carolina. And even 50 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. Off play action. Newton. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Newton. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Now the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. On now, Graham Gano. He's hit from 63 as recently as last year. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability. Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over. And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season. Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now.